Hey, Fusioners from around the world. Welcome to our hangout tonight. My name is Paulin, and I'm calling in from beautiful Colorado. We got a great hangout for you tonight. We're going to be going down to the great state of Texas in just a minute. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about, make a couple quick announcements here. First of all, we've got some brand new bronzes that broke between this call and the last call, and that is, we've got Peggy Hurley, congratulations, brand new bronze. And Sean A. Cochran, I hope I said your first name right, Sean Lay, but congratulations, you guys, for breaking bronze. And, you know, speaking of bronze, as you guys probably know, there's been a nice little tweak in the compensation plan so that when you first start sponsoring members, if you can get them to bronze in their first fusion cycle, you now make $500 and they make $500. So I don't know if we've had anybody hit that yet, but maybe that'll be a good thing to announce at the next call. So if you're in the middle of that process, you know, really go for it. It's a great way to start. This business works so much better when we start it out quickly. There's a great temptation in this kind of business to kind of say, well, especially if you've never done it before, to say, well, I'm going to stop and learn all about the product line first, or I'm going to stop and learn how to talk to people first. But the real magic is in that initial excitement. And so I love the fact that the company said this into the compensation plan to get people excited about just launching quickly and getting to bronze in their first fusion cycle. So if you don't understand what that means, the way it works is your first pay week is always going to be a partial. So unless you come in, you know, exactly at Thursday at 12:01 a.m., then you get an exact full 2 pay weeks to get to bronze. But let's say you come in on Friday, you know, have Friday to Wednesday at midnight, and then Thursday morning to Wednesday at midnight. So you're going to have the first part will be a partial pretty much by definition, and then you have the full second pay week to get that person to bronze. So just be aware, go for it, and I think it'd be fun on this hangout next week to start announcing the people that are hitting that brand new bonus, $500. Again, remember, it's $500 for the sponsor and $500 for the brand new person who hits bronze. I mean, what a great story to start your business off with. So really encourage you guys to go after that. The other thing I like to say is, you know, this Google Hangout is something that you want to make a part of your building your fusion business every week. You know, most people are going to start this part-time. They're going to work 5 to 10 hours a week when they get started. And so you schedule out your week, and this is something you want to park in your calendar every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock to 7:30, that's Mountain Time, to be here live. It's, you know, people will say to themselves, I'm just going to go, I'm busy, I'll go watch the recording. But of course, then life, you know, in the way, and people never go back and watch the recording. So it's better to just be there live, and it's better for our hangout to have dozens and dozens or hundreds of people watching the hangout while we do it live. So make that, if you're a leader, you want to build residual income in fusion, make this a part of your schedule. All right, so the next thing I want to announce is, of course, we've got coming up in September, the 16th through the 18th, we've got the Explode in Dallas. So this is the next big event in the fusion year. So you want to do whatever you can to get to this event and to bring new people. You could enroll someone literally the week before that Explode event, and it would be of so much value to get them into that event with you. So, you know, if you haven't enrolled in it, a lot of times people just don't get the value of going and attending an event like that, but it will be packed. It will literally cut years off your learning curve to hear exactly what, you know, there's going to be all these diamonds there, people that have hit those kinds of ranks in fusion talking about exactly what they did to get to those ranks. There's a lot of social proof that takes place. You're going to hear tons of stories, science, you know, on the products. You're going to hear the business mechanics, the system, everything laid out in a concentrated way. So if you haven't enrolled, go over to X Tribe online or just get with your, you know, your split line, and they'll walk you through it to make sure you get to that Dallas Explode event. happening September 16th through the 18th, and we'll look forward to meeting you there. Okay, so what we want to do tonight is we're going to go down to a group that's just had all kinds of great new action going on, and it's fun. We're going to have these gals on from Texas who have been building their teams in a particular way. Now, this is what's working for them. This isn't necessarily universal truth that it's going to work in every particular market, and your market may be a little different, your center of influence may be a little different, and that's one of the things about our business. There's not necessarily a one-size-fits-all, but when we see groups taking off this and adding all of these people in a short period of time, it's fun to meet the people and find out what's going on in that market. So what I want to do is I want to turn the call over right now to Miss Jennifer Bird. And Jennifer, you take it and introduce us to what's happening down in Texas.
All right. Thank you, Paul. Well, it's an honor to be on this US webcast tonight, and it's an honor to be on here with you, Paul, and of course these amazing ladies that I just can't wait for all of you to hear from this evening. So a little bit about me and kind of how did I get to Fusion. So I was with another company for 4.5 years, and I was happy, comfortable, but I got that phone call. Everybody knows that phone call if you're on the webcast. And that phone call came from an amazing lady that we all know and love, the Cindy Lapp. So got that phone call in December. And, I had been in my company for a while and it had other people, try to get me to leave. And it just never seemed right. But when I got that phone call from Cindy, I was like, okay. I trusted her. I knew she knew what she was talking about, and I said, okay, let me see what you have. And when I looked at Fusion, I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot let this opportunity pass me by, because I knew this company was going to be huge because of the people that were involved and then these amazing products. And when I took a look at these products, they were everything that I needed and wanted when I'm looking at supplements. And so it made total sense. And so after taking a look at it, I totally jumped ship. I left my company. I jumped in with both feet and just hit the ground running. And it has been an amazing journey. And I know this is only the beginning. And so, so like I said, that was back in December. And so we've been rocking and rolling here in Texas, and especially lately, it's been super exciting. So, I wanted to touch briefly on my favorite products that when I started this company, I thought my favorites were going to be one thing, and they've ended up being something else. And so I absolutely love the Vita Energy and the Termote. Mix those together every day before I work out, and then that new Post Sport is phenomenal. So I'm looking forward to the vegan protein coming hopefully very, very soon, because I know that's going to be huge. But what I really wanted to talk about is where I see Fusion going and what's happened in Texas. And so what I see with Fusion is, those companies out there that 10 people that are all promoting the same company, and you keep getting phone calls, oh, check this out, check this out. I'm like, I already have, or I'm already using it, or whatever. Well, that's where we're going to be. That's where Fusion is headed. Like, I know that deep in my gut, and that's why I get so excited. And I love sharing this opportunity with people, because it's going to be everywhere. And we're here. We're here in the beginning, and that's what makes this opportunity so unique for each one of us, is to be a part of something that's going to be huge and change so many lives. And that's what it's doing right now in Texas, is it's changing people's lives, not only with their finances, but with their health. We have some amazing testimonies coming out of Texas. And so I know people might be wondering, what are you doing in Texas? Well, as the saying goes, everything's bigger in Texas. If you could have seen my hair about 20 years ago, it was big. Not anymore. It's not really the style. But everything is bigger in Texas, and so we like to do things big here. And so what's kind of what happened and what started all this growth, I would say, is back in June, Cindy came down and we did a crazy, fun Texas-Oklahoma tour. I think we put, I don't know how many miles on my car and flying in on 2 wheels half the time, making it to meetings. But what we did is we met some amazing, amazing people. And one of those people that you're going to meet is tonight here in just a second is Miss Carrie Heatley. And we met her for the first time. We had chatted on the phone several times and had already been, working together. She was in my team. But when we met her, it just knew that she was one of those exceptional people and was going to make big progress and be huge in this company. And so we developed a relationship and just kept, kind of getting to know each other and helping her out here and there when she needed it. And then she has really kind of spearheaded this huge growth here in Texas, and have to give huge kudos to her. She has 70 new people on her team within 5 weeks. And if you've been in network marketing for any time, it seems like in the summer, or at least in my world anyway, the summer has usually slower, if you will, but not this summer. This has been the most amazing summer I've had in network marketing the past 5 years. And I know it's due to Carrie and this huge team that she is starting to build. So that's really where it started, is just we started out, really, because I didn't know Carrie before. She was on my team, and I knew she was somebody I wanted to get to know. And so that's what we did, and I appreciate Cindy coming down and being such a great support in that. And then, so I'm going to really let Carrie kind of share exactly how all this really started. We have fun tastings here in Texas, and so I'm going to let Carrie start and tell you all about that. So Carrie Heatley is out of Albany, Texas, and that's about 2 to 3 hours west of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And this girl is a dynamo. I cannot wait for everyone to meet her at Explode. And she's a little firecracker. So, Carrie, you take it away.
Thank you, Jennifer, for such a wonderful introduction. Hey, everyone. So glad to be on and honored, excited, a little nervous, so bear with me. I'm so excited about Fusion and what this company has brought to me and my family. I actually was approached by a friend that I did another company with, and I kind of blew her off, to be honest, and told her, I don't have time for this. And, a couple weeks later, I opened a video and looked at it and thought, oh, wow, maybe I need to check this out. And I actually did a 3-way call with Paul and signed up that day. So it's been awesome ever since. And it's definitely changed my life. And I've gotten to meet wonderful people like Jennifer, Paul, Cindy Lapp. So let me just tell y'all a little bit about what's going on down here in Texas. Jennifer mentioned the tastings, and the tastings, more home meetings, have just really taken off here. We've just kind of let the ball roll with it. We invite people to parties tastings, and we shake up, mix several different products and have little, I would say, shot glasses, and we have little shot glasses, and we have the ingredient lists out so they can see what's in these products that they're drinking. We show the video, which is very effective. Actually, we show the video off anything we have. We had a party at Lacey, who y'all get to meet here in just a minute, her salon, and we didn't have anything but my phone. And so I had to hold my phone the whole time while about a room of 15 to 20 people were watching. But it also showed me at that very moment how simple this job is and how much fun it is, but what we can do in such a simplicity manner of showing that video and making it, where everybody in every walk of life can do it. And that night, I don't know how many people we had sign up, probably 4 or 5 people, I think. I'm not totally sure, but just them tasting right there, because a lot of people do, some people will sign up on the spot, but a lot of people want to taste it. So instead of sampling out all your products, we've kind of found that this is easy. You mix up a bottle of each product, and then everybody gets a little sample, and then they know exactly, ooh, I like that, I want that, what's this do for you? And the products all taste amazing. So we've had tremendous success with this. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm freezing. I'm sorry.
Hey, Carrie.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. So when you guys are having one of these tastings in a house, how do people invite their friends or whatever? Give me an example of like how you invite someone to a tasting. I mean, is it a long speech that you give to get them to come, or is it super low key? And tell me about that.
Okay, yeah, thank you for refreshing me. It's very informal, and that's how we've had the most effect with that, is sending out text messages. I feel like you don't get as much response, but picking up the phone and saying, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night? We've come to figure out that more last minute invites, you get more people, because when you invite a week or 2 in advance, they're going to have an excuse, or they're going to say, oh, I don't have to go to that. It's not, a big deal. But if you invite them a day or 2 before, then they're like, yeah, we'll come. But usually we just say, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night at 6:30? And of course, everybody wants to know why. So they ask you why, and then we have all started saying, we want you to come here and taste about this new product that we found. It's amazing. For friends that we kind of, want more so in that business era, we say the here part is mainly for them. We don't want them to feel like they're tricked into coming and not thinking we're going to be exposing, the opportunity as well.
All right, let me ask the thing. So give me a sense of like the length of this. Is this a 4-hour long meeting, or what's it like lengthwise? How long is it?
That's something else we elaborate on, is it's short and sweet, 30, 45 minutes max. You come in and out. People don't have time for length, and everybody's life is so fast paced that we have to make it as short as possible. You get better, feedback from that as well. So no, just very quick, short, sweet, come taste and go. And usually the ones that want to know more about the business side, the opportunity side, they usually hang around so that we can share that with them. We usually have a few uplines there. Jennifer Bird's been a blessing as an upline to travel all around these little towns that we need her at for these tastings. So having a couple of uplines there has definitely been helpful.
All right, so do you guys, do you give away tons of free product and free samples, or are you selling product at the tasting? Are you selling it by the box? Are people ordering online? Are they walking out with product? So give me a sense of how that goes at your tasting.
No, that's why we do the mixings of each product. So you can serve, 20 people off one bottle in little shot glasses. So that way we're not giving out a lot of product, and then they can go to your site and order. And something that people do love about this company is the mandatory auto ship. In Texas, that's a really big deal. People don't like that per se, and so it's been very helpful to say, if they're like, oh, we don't want to order online, I'm like, well, there's no auto ship. But then they order it and they love it, and they're calling me, we're out, can we buy some of your product? And I'm like, well, you can go back online and order and set up an auto ship, and you'll be, good to go every month. So that's how we try to do it. Try not to do as much product sampling.
Great. I love it. Anything else you want to add about the tastings?
No, I think that's all, but I would like to pass it off to Lacey Kaler from Breckenridge, Texas.
Thank you, Carrie. Guys, I just want to basically tell y'all that I'm very honored to be on this call today. You guys have no idea how shocked I was when I got the call this morning, because I'm just a normal person like a lot of you out here watching this video. And I just want to express that to all of y'all. When I met Carrie and Jennifer, and actually today Paul on this video, these guys are celebrities to me because they're awesome at what they do, and I feel so honored to be a part of this today. One thing I want to start off by telling you guys is that I start my day every day with Vita and Termite, and I could probably not make it without those two products. They have been a blessing to me and for my family, really, overall. I have so much more energy in doing stuff with my family and my business. My husband also has a business. He has more energy. We're just overall happier people because we have that extra energy. And I think that those are some good products that you guys could encourage your team and your customers to take. Another thing that I want to say is, as far as growing my business, I've had what seems like a lot of success of getting some personally enrolled people. I cut hair, and I own a salon here in Breckenridge, which is a small town, and I've learned that I'm at a great advantage because people do trust me to mess with their hair. Therefore, I feel like that they trust me overall. But I've just really had good luck by opening or mixing a fusion product in front of my people. It sparks up conversation. They'll ask me about it. I'll start talking about it. And I love these products so much that they see the excitement in my voice. They see the excitement written all over me, and they're interested. And before that I even offer to give a sample or talk to them about all the products, they're ready to jump on board and try it themselves. So I just want to encourage all of you to let your potential customers and even your potential downline to see your excitement of the product through you. You know, find the products that you love and use them every day and let people see what you love. Another thing, Carrie kind of went over this. We do the tastings. I've had good success for me and my team doing tastings here in our area. But I just want to say, we don't want you or us to be spending a lot of our own money giving away products. So that's why we do our tastings here. We can mix one sample of each one, or the ones that people are interested in, and we are able to save a lot of money by letting a ton of people try it while we're doing it. So I 100% recommend tastings. Just get a group of friends together and work on that. Get some people to try it. They're gonna find something that they like, and most of them will find something that they love. I've had very few people that have tried something at my shop that did not get online right then and order or buy at some point within the next week or so. And then you're not giving away money on product. Another thing that I want to talk about is making a list and hold yourself accountable. I know this is like a big important thing for my team, and I have done this 100 times, and I do still have, Jennifer's going to get mad at me, but I have my chicken list of people that I am scared to ask, and I need to get those out of the way. I'm just as guilty probably as some of you, but make your list. I'm noticing that a ton of my team and myself even, when you get a no, they're getting discouraged. And there's just no reason for it, because if any of your people that you approach are like me, being approached with this whole fusion business was a blessing. It's something that I prayed for. Every night I was going to bed tired, My husband was tired of me. My kids were probably tired of me. And even though some of you feel like y'all are hassling or, you know, hounding on your friends about it, you're not. Let them have the chance to feel like we feel. You know, don't be scared to approach somebody about it because you think that they're going to say no or they're not interested. I just want you guys to know I'm so thankful that somebody approached me with Fusion because I don't know how I could live without it at this point. Another thing that I wanted to go over, once you kind of start building your team, is to be sure and always include your leaders. So my leaders are Carrie and Jennifer, and I think they could both vouch for me that I call or text them 100 times a day, especially Carrie, sorry. And I always tell her I'm sorry, and she always responds back, I don't mind helping you because I know if I'm helping you, you're working. And I just want to express that to all of you guys because myself and I'm sure Carrie, Jennifer, Cindy, everybody, we love hearing from our teams because when we're hearing from our team is growing and our team is building. And I just want to express really, really big on don't be scared to call. Even like Carrie, I didn't know her until she came and did a tasting for me with Jennifer the very first week that I signed up to kind of get me going. Had never met them, was a nervous wreck, didn't even know what to expect, didn't know if I would like them, and they have both became great friends of mine. But I had to like really get over my anxiousness and reach out to them because I had no clue what I'm doing, just like many of you guys. I needed advice. So I just want to express, don't be scared to reach out to your personal sponsor or even their sponsor. We all get together a lot and discuss, you know, what's going on with the company and different approaches and come up with different ideas on how to do stuff. But don't be scared to ask for help. Use your upline as a tool. It is so, so important. Another thing, I think mainly what I could express probably is don't get discouraged on the no's. Keep on pushing. Remember always why you got into this and write down physically your why. That was a tip of advice that Jennifer gave me. Write down your why and always remember your why. And go back to it anytime you start getting discouraged.
Yay. Thank you, Lacey. Great job. Thanks to everybody there in Texas. It was awesome. I think you guys can see why that group is growing. Some great nuggets in there. I love the last minute invite. I think that's something that is in this world where there's so many distractions. Think about when you invite somebody to something a week in advance, think about how many text messages, email messages, advertising messages, how many TV shows they might want to watch in between when you invite them and when the event is. So I love that. I think that's a great. I also like keeping the tastings short. If a person is experiencing a meeting like that in someone's home and they see that it's short and it's fun and it's, you know, and people are excited and positive, they're going to be saying to themselves, you know, wouldn't mind having one of these. You know, I just love that, you guys. Great job down in Texas. So to close the call, we've just got about a minute or so left. I want to remind everybody now, you've got until tomorrow at midnight to close the week. So you want to get into your back office. You want to be looking at what's going on with your team, going into your enrollment lines. You know, seeing that you're personally enrolled and driving down into those lines, seeing people that are, you know, right on the edge of executive or senior executive, and those phone calls, encouraging people, of course, making sure people are active, qualified, you know, going through your team. It's a super valuable exercise to make sure you go through each week to close your week strong. So thanks everybody for being on the Hangout tonight. Thanks to Jennifer and Carrie and Lacey, and have a great night, everybody.